I get asked about grounding mats and grounding sheets all the time. And don't buy them. Just don't buy them. My name is Emanuela Urbani. I'm a health and nutrition practitioner, and I've helped over 100 men and women discover what optimal health really means for them. In this video, we're going to be discussing the issues and pitfalls with grounding mats and grounding sheets and what you want to get instead. So, first of all, you don't want a grounding mat and you don't want a grounding sheet, and you cannot, no matter how reputable the company is, trust the meter that comes with your grounding sheet or grounding mat. I don't care. You can't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because all it tests for is whether or not the grounding port in your electrical outlet is a true ground. That's great if it's a true ground, but what about dirty electricity? You need a different meter, a special meter for dirty electricity. And then what about the fact that a grounding mat and a grounding sheet or anything like that is basically laced with metal? What does that mean? That means that EMFs, non-native EMFs that you are surrounded by 24/7, especially if you don't have a fully mitigated home when it comes to non-native EMFs, are being increasingly inputted into your body. You have increased absorption and biological effects, negative ones, from non-native EMFs by sleeping or standing on a grounding mat or grounding sheet. Why? Because it's metal, and metal is an antenna. That means your Wi-Fi router, your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, your wireless capable devices, their data on your phone, the data of wherever, your neighbor if you live in a condo, the data of your husband or friend or mom or whoever you live with that has their phone on is affecting you. The only time where a grounding mat or grounding sheet might be fine, and again, it doesn't mean they're bad for everybody, and it doesn't mean that you won't experience a benefit, but it's not worth the risk unless you have tested all of these factors and you have turned off all your breakers when sleeping. So your electrical and magnetic fields in your house are going to be circulating, and unless you've had your house tested by a building biologist and know that your levels are next to zero, which they're unlikely to be unless you've spent some time and money mitigating them, they will also change how your body is affected by these fields when sleeping on a grounding mat or grounding sheet or standing on one, whatever. And this might be a good thing and might be a bad thing. Really depends, and you won't know unless you test. So, unless you live in the middle of nowhere and you run a wire outside your bedroom window and into a metal rod in the dirt, and you are not in the immediate vicinity of any cell phone towers, hydro corridors, solar panels, windmills, whatever, okay? Anything that can significantly influence your grounding. And some of those do and some of those don't in different situations. I'm just trying to eliminate all the variables for you so you don't make a fatal error. So in these scenarios, if none of those are present, you live in the middle of nowhere, everything is great, you don't have Wi-Fi, you have your phone off when you're using the grounding mat, or I should say your phone is in a Faraday cave, you don't have any wireless capable devices with wireless capabilities turned on anywhere in your house or in the vicinity, then you'll probably definitely benefit from the grounding mat and grounding sheet. But there's actually something you could do that, while more expensive, is way, way, way better for you and will have better long-lasting effects if you do it right. And that is a Magnetico sleep pad. The magnetic field during sleep is very important for restorative sleep. It's more important than sleeping grounded. I repeat, having a magnetic field, a non-electrically generated one, meaning a natural passive magnetic field while you sleep, is very important for sleep efficiency and restoration, regeneration, repair, whatever the term is you want to use during sleep. A Magnetico sleep pad is going to be your best artificial option for that. Of course, if you sleep on the floor, are camping, sleep on a fur mat, in the jungle, on the beach, in a country with a high magnetic field, on the side of a volcano, and you've built your home, you don't need any of these fancy gadgets. And you can achieve an extremely high beneficial impact to your sleep by simply walking around near a volcano, spending dedicated periods of time healing near somewhere where there's a high magnetic field, etc., etc. I'm not saying you have to buy a Magnetico whatsoever. You may or may not need one. I'm saying that if you're dealing with a significant enough problem where you can't go on vacation right now, you can't do the best option for your health, and you need to make do, don't waste your money and make things worse on a grounding mat or grounding sheets. Get a Magnetico sleep pad instead. If you are interested in learning more about the magnetic field during sleep, let me know in the comments and I'll do a breakdown on the science around that. Thank you for watching. Please let me know your thoughts, like and subscribe so you can catch the next one.